Hey guys, Marshmallow Champ here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new free-to-play weapon that came out in Food Wars, and that is the Flush Flush. Now, the Flush Flush is a magical ammo shotgun that also seems to be water as well. However, because of it saying that it's magical, I'm not sure if it can benefit from water buffs. If any of you can tell me in the comments, that'd be great. But nonetheless, I'm going to go through the good points about the gun, the bad points about the gun, what equipment you should be trying to use, and an overall review and how I think this gun will hold up in the meta game. So, right off the bat, it's a very solid stat line. Max damage, max range on a shotgun, max agility, and only 2 accuracy. So obviously accuracy is the downside, and whilst you're running, that is going to heavily hurt the accuracy. So, what headpiece do I use? I currently use the Jaguar mask, and this is probably the best item that you should be using in terms of damage, as it increases speed by 10% and damage by 30% for each nearby enemy. Because you're using a shotgun, you want to be using this on close quarter maps and always be in close quarter encounters, which will then trigger the Jaguar mask as you will be near enemies, increasing that speed and damage, making you not only hard to hit, but a significant threat as your damage is being boosted by quite a lot. On top of that, the base stat it gives alone is agility, making you even faster. So if you are on a more long-range map like Royal Garden and you still want to use the Flush Flush, with the agility you should be able to make it to your opponent and make the battle a close quarter battle in no time at all. For the body, I am using the XPI Mystic Bandages, which means at full health you can't be killed in one hit. It does also boost your health by 12%, so if you're going against high damage weapons such as bows, whether that be the normal bow, the Cupid bow, or whatever else, it does mean that you can survive a shot. If someone's using a rocket launcher of some type, like the Parrot, you'll also survive that with low health. However, something to be wary of is, although you'll survive a big hit, like a headshot melee, if it's got something like a poison attribute on it, the poison will kill you, as that does count as an extra hit. As surviving from a one-shot, it puts you on very little health. So, although it can basically be the difference between winning and losing a battle between certain weapons such as the bow, it might mean that you're more likely to lose other battles where poison is involved. So for those cases, if that's what you're going against a lot more, I would recommend some other form of protection, because body-based protection items are very good, and if you can use, well, I don't think the Flush Flush really needs much more, so I would highly recommend some of these. Another one being the Atom Drone Jacket, which I believe you could have got for free on April Fool's Day, and that increases protection by 20% against fire and poison. That is a very good one. You can have white cotton to protect yourself from Mexican weapons such as the Piñata Party, or even the Weremoth wings, which are also recently free to play, to protect yourself from melee weapons. All of these are solid choices. On top of the other item that's free this event, the Man-Max Waistcoat, that reduces damage of the first shot received by 30% with a cooldown of 5 seconds. Now, I would probably say this is, I don't really know, probably like the worst of them all, but at no point am I saying it's a bad equipment. Also, you could argue it's got the agility base stat boost, which you might think is better. However, I prefer the XPI Mystic Bandages or one of these category-specific ones. If you have to pick one, I'd probably recommend the Atom Drone Jacket. For legs, I am running Dark Thief jeans, but that's just because of the event. If I had to pick something else, we could either go for something like white cotton pants for protection. However, MX weapons don't seem to be the craze right now. Leprechaun's leggings can protect you from heavy machine guns, but again, I don't really see many heavy machine guns at the moment. You could reduce explosions. Furthermore, don't see many explosions. So I would either recommend the biker pants, which reduce damage of shotguns, as we've had the Pinata Party explosive shotgun and the Flush, all in the sort of meta game right now, as it's a very shotgun heavy world. So 20% reduction and an agility boost is pretty good. You could go for something like Zombie Recruit Pants to increase your speed, making you even faster. Or you could go for, seeing as that wears out if you get hit, because it's only at full health, you could run something more consistent like the XPI Mystic Pants, which move 10% faster when carrying a magic weapon, which is the Flush. So I think I've spent long enough on what you should be trying to use. It's mainly protection-based items and the Jaguar Mask, which hopefully you have, because that does give you the edge against other fighters. If not, if you have some form of extra protection on the head as well as body and legs, use them. Or you could try using one of these carnival masks, as they are good general buffs. Now, before I do get into playing, I do want to do one quick last thing, which is masteries. And I definitely say run Burning Spirit 1. With Flush, you want to be running super fast, not standing still at all. If you do have to stand still, if you move backwards into a wall and just keep moving backwards, you won't move. Or if you move sideways into a wall or whatever, you won't move, but you won't take damage from standing still either. But increasing accuracy by 50% whilst moving does heavily reduce the downside of the Flush. Also, it has a quite long reload speed, so by having Burning Spirit 2 on, you are counteracting that downside as well. And Burning Spirit 3, increasing your rate of fire, just makes it so you can beat Flush players when it's a mirror match of guns. I am also running Fast and Angry 3, just because I like the boost when you get a kill, and I'm running Lucky Last Bullet. I would not recommend Glass Cannon. Glass Cannon is good with a lot of guns, however, because your close quarters playstyle, pretty much any weapon can turn around and just blast you away if you're running Glass Cannon. So I'd probably say try and stay away from it if possible. I've seen a lot of people running this and they are not very successful. So, to quickly end it, I won't go into free-for-all because I hate killing people when it's the event, when you don't have to kill people. So instead, I'm going to go on a team versus match and show you the power of the Flush. It's such a strong weapon. If you want to know what pet I'd recommend, I can't really do that as my only stat-changing pet is Cora over here. I'm trying to get Spidey from the event, but Cora just protects me from stun, which is good, but it's the only one I have, unless you want to see one of the April Fool's rocks, because I got both of them, or I think it's Smelly Cat. Okay, so right off the bat, this isn't even the best speed build, and as you can see, I'm traveling quite fast. The fast rate of fire, sorry about that, the fast rate of fire is great, even if you're not very accurate like I was just then. You can cover a large area in close quarters encounters very fast. Now I do kind of feel bad because these are noobs, and obviously, one, it's a bit rough on them, and two, it's not fully showing off the weapon's power. I do believe I'm lagging. But as you can see, I survived the bazooka there. Yeah, I'm lagging. Okay, because of my terrible internet, I'll do offline, sure. I mean, they'll put up about as much as fight as the noobs would, which is, and I feel less guilty killing these guys. Yeah, so the XPI Mystic Bandages save me from the bazooka and the grenade, but you can still just get finished off, especially if you are in close proximity. But if you are running the maximum speed build, or just any good speed build that's higher speed than what I'm running, it does allow you to escape when you've suffered that heavy hit that should have killed you. It basically allows you to cheat death for a very small time. There you go, so I got cash boosters, lovely. Because everyone knows how low on cash I am. Couldn't have given me gold, hey? So, you've seen the rate of fire. The increased accuracy does make this gun a lot better. You've seen the increased reload speed. Let's show you the range. So obviously it does have a damage drop off at range, which is why if you want a range-based shotgun that's still great close quarters, I would say that the previously free Pinata Party would have been better, but hey, this is still great. If I had to give this an overall rating out of 10, I would say 8 out of 10. Purely because sometimes the speed can make it hard to actually fight people because you're going too fast. However, the fire rate and damage output make up for it. And then another downside is obviously its reload speed. Even when sped up, it's not overly slow, but it is still slower than a lot of guns that people still use. And the damage drop off at range basically makes the range stat pointless because you're doing so little damage. However, if you're trying to finish someone off who's running away, you can still do that with the gun. So I guess that's good too. Would I recommend it in multiplayer past the event? To a noob, most definitely, as this is a solid gun. To a paid-to-win player, this probably isn't going to be better than what you've got. And to a long-term free-to-play like myself, it depends what you've got in the shotgun department, as this is a very good shotgun. However, if you have something better, like the toxic shotgun, the fire spatter, ones that just dominate with 2 shots or so at all ranges, I'd say you're probably better off with those. However, the flush is very fun and unique. And if you're looking for something that's a magic weapon as well, this is great. I can see it being used in future events, as it ticks a lot of boxes for uncommon categories that people don't have many guns for. But I believe it'll see some niche play in the future, but I don't think it'll stay as a main gun that everyone uses. I think it'll be trumped pretty fast. But nonetheless, it's still a great gun, and I recommend you try and get it. It's quite an easy event. You don't even have to kill a single person. And it's at tier 15, and right after that you get the Dark Doctor handgun, which I will do a review on. And I will also do a review on this assault rifle and the Man-Max set, as well as these later sets and guns, because I want to cover the whole event, and I want to do more Respawnables content. Don't worry, COD Mobile's not going anywhere, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions about any of my series, whether it be something that you're not sure about that I said, or if you want to maybe do some sort of collaboration maybe, just hit me up. I mean, the worst thing I can do is say no, probably. So, just try. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.